his mother passed away. Larry,
Boker Tov. Good morning.
good morning, Larry. Boker Tov. It's taking a little longer today. Someone's doing a siyum. They're speaking for a
Let me
while.
say
so-
little Larry. What do you
I just-
you don't own Larry. I want to say little Larry
Right here,
too.
you talk to Larry.
Hey, good morning. Mal, what are you doing in New York?
Tuesday, Larry. Tuesday, Florida.
Good for you. How long are you going to be there for?
A couple of weeks.
Good.
Couple of weeks. Are you
Smart.
out of your cage? Are you out of the cage yet or not yet?
Nope. I'm not out yet.
Larry?
Yeah.
Come on, you gotta get a life. This is a cold. This corona is now a cold.
You're right, but let me ask you a question. If I have to go see you, then I can't use the excuse that I can't go to work. So I have to trade you off, Mal, for work. So you understand, I like working from home. It's wonderful.
Please, Larry, come out of the cage.
We'll
Get a
get
life.
there.
Get a life. Come on already. Ridiculous. And by the way, certain germs are good for you. You have to get some.
I have a wife already now.
I know. Baruch Hashem, everybody should be healthy, but
That's all. Good morning, Lenny.
good morning,
Morning.
Lenny. Where's Lenny?
Hi, guys.
Lenny
Hey,
just
Mal.
came.
How you been, Mal?
Hi, Lenny. Good to see you guys. And by the way, I may give the class this morning. We're waiting for the rabbi now.
Mal, I'm ready for you, Mal. Go ahead.
I'm not ready for Larry. He's too smart for me.
We're all
Larry?
Larry,
Larry's on a different planet now.
I know.
Yeah.
By the way, you're right. Every time the rabbi asks a question, he has 3 answers for him. So it's a problem. It's a problem. All you see, Syrians, all we can do is double talk. But Larry has the goods.
Yeah,
Larry
real
has the
goods I have.
goods.
A real goods I have. Yep. That's what we got.
How you been feeling, Mal?
I'm good. I want to get out of this cold weather. I don't like it. That doesn't address me well.
Yeah, well, how come you're not in Florida?
I am. I'm going. I go back and forth. And forth. The kids are here. The children.
Right.
How many children do you have, Mal?
Baruch Hashem, 3 boys, 2 girls, and a bunch of grandkids.
God bless. Wow. Lovely.
It's supposed to be really cold this weekend, like 10 degrees over the weekend.
I know Friday they say something about it. Friday night, Saturday's like 10, 12.
Right.
As I said, this doesn't agree with me.
No.
I'm supposed to be on a plane. But you know what it is? I don't want to leave earlier. I just, I like to pace myself back and forth.
Listen, as long as you have heat in the house and the car, you'll manage, right?
You're right. We go from, but also Rabbi Prague, years ago, I only lived 3 blocks from the shul. So I used to drive every day to the shul and get a ticket every other day. And he tells me, he says to me one day, he said, maybe this was 10 years ago. He said, "Now, dress properly and walk to shul. First of all, the exercise is good, which I do anyway. So now I walk every day to shul. I wear 7 layers and, I walk every day to shul.
It's a
No
smart
tickets.
idea. Smart idea. No, it's supposed to snow also. So what are we going to do? It's part of living in New York.
Right. It's the calendar. It's the Northeast. It is what it is, right?
Hey, Lenny, you live in the city also?
No, I live in Woodmere.
Oh, Woodmere, sure.
Mhm.
Um, I have friends there. A lot of people. I used to be in a lot of in the electronic industry. Used to be in Woodmere. So Chopsy. People I haven't seen in years and years, but Woodmere is a nice town.
All I know is, you mentioned electronics and, listen, I'm almost 70, right? So you go back to the 1970s and all we can think about is Crazy Eddie, eh? I mean,
Yeah.
that's my window, into electronics, the beginning.
He was a powerful icon in our business.
Yeah.
He changed all the rules to the entire industry.
That's true. You see it today. I mean, right? B&H is at 47th Street Photo. They all.
There's no more
became very-
retailers. B&H is gigantic. We sell them. They're unbelievable. They're an unbelievable operation.
Which one?
Being
B&H.
Which one? B&H.
B&H. But it's a different.
store. Never been in that store. I'm not a big electronics guy, but Those, if you are, those stores are supposedly wonderful to go into for cameras and stuff. My God, amongst everything else, probably.
You know, today, it used to be people would call me, I need this, I don't, you know, we manufacture, we used to sell, we used to be like a B&H, or retail stores we used to have. And then we evolved, in fact, we evolved into wholesaling, jobbing name brands, and then we evolved into importing our own product. But I can remember years ago, people sent me a camera, I need this, I need that. Now today, I don't, whenever I need anything, I go online. Online, it's virtually below cost. And not only that, I go to Costco. They work on 15%. Their return policy is incredible. Their warranty is the best in the world.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm in the diamond business now, and we deal with you know, big accounts. You know, we're manufacturers, large dealers, and so on and so forth. So when people ask me for help with a diamond, if it's somebody close, like anybody on this chat, of course I'll help them whatever I can. But I shy away from that. But anybody that I don't have to deal with, I tell them go to Costco. I mean, we sell them. I know what their QC is. I know their value. It is what it is, and they do an unbelievable business. These guys. It's
Have a diamond. They have a diamond. They used to sell. You know, my office, my warehouse and office in Edison, New Jersey, is a couple of blocks away. So I'm in Costco. I'm one of the few people you know that know all the employees in Costco probably by first name. I'm in there 3 times a week. I love this store. I love that store. I love shopping it. I love walking through it. I'm intrigued by their business concept there.
Mhm.
To me, they're the number one retailer today in the world. I don't know anybody that operates a better business than they do. They deliver the best product. Their policy is we only want, like the Kirkland brand. You take their Kirkland brand and put it against the equivalent in like Bumblebee tuna. Put the Kirkland tuna against it. It's a better tuna than Bumblebee. And I think Bumblebee makes it for them
Probably.
Their
Look,
key is
they sell Kirkland Scotch, you know, to 18 and 24-year-old Scotch.
I buy them.
For $80. That's probably worth 150.
I buy them all, and you know, like I said to you, my fruits and vegetables, and I walk through. It's one of the few. I'm one of these avid shoppers. I used to be one of the buyers in our business. So I love shopping, and Costco might be the only store that I walk into that I never look at the prices. I do not look at prices. I never look at the prices. I do not look at prices.
Costco right now.
No, just I buy whatever they have that I want. If I need grapes, I'll buy it. If I need this, I'll buy it. I do not look at prices.
I just looked in the Rambam. Rambam says if
Did I lose
he
you?
believes her though, he has to divorce. If he believes
Is a rabbi? By the way, is rabbi coming? We have a
He
class.
spoke too long this year.
This
He
is
did.
why.
He
Too
did.
long.
He
It's gonna-
You
He said,
can't do that. You can't do that. You ruined the whole morning class schedule.
I know.
And people said,
But
told
who's
you know,
you?
and like
Who's
he
you?
knew that, but you can't go beyond the Yishem.
Guys, you know, I think I'm gonna end up praying. I think I'm gonna miss the class today. Is the rabbi gonna do a class today?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I mean, now.
Who's here?
You're praying at home now, Larry?
Yes. For the longest period of time. But listen, what can I do? You know, I do. I'm really a home person, and I like staying home. So for me, I could read. I'm surrounded by my books. One of my children studies from here and works from here sometimes.
I see the ladders. It's incredible. It's
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah, it's a whole bunch
Do you
of.
remember the early parts of Corona? The early parts of Corona, we didn't know quite what was going on. Go on.
Okay. That's it, please.
Rabbi, I had a chance to. I had a
Rabbi,
very nice
Too much,
social.
Rabbi, too much of education here, please.
Larry, this was a Sudat mitzvah. I never eat breakfast, so I took some shakshuka. We have to teach him.
Shakshuka, I love shakshuka. Right?
This is basically tomatoes.
You gotta give him-
delicious.
Rabbi,
He
you gotta
knows
give
what it is.
sechla,
He has-
sechla, Rabbi.
He has it in Israel. He knows what it is. He gets it in Israel.
Yeah, we had it in Israel. We had it in Morocco.
But they have a very good breakfast every morning. But normally you watch your time. Sudat mitzvah, you eat the whole thing.
But you have nothing at home, You have nothing at home, Rabbi Prague. I heard.
I'm going to school from here. Please just go second to 388. Well, 386. We really need more time than we have for the topic,
No.
but it's a fascinating topic.
Is he recording this? Yes, everything's recorded. It's good.
Look at second of 386. פסוק 21. וילקטו אותו בבוקר
The whole
בבוקר.
conversation.
The man was picked up in the morning. וחם השמש ונמס. 4 hours later, the man melted. Please listen carefully. פסוק 22. ויהי ביום השישי, on Friday, לקטו לחם משנה, they collected double. שני העומר לאחד, ויבואו כל נשיאי העדה ויגידו למשה. People are wondering, which means they didn't pick double. They picked one and they found out that the one is two. So they're asking Moshe, what's the story? ויאמר עליהם, listen carefully now, הוא אשר דיבר אדוני שבתון, שבת קודש לאדוני מחר. Tomorrow is Shabbat. Please listen good now. את אשר תופו אפו. Whatever you want to bake, any type of cake that you want, bake it today. את אשר תבשלו, בשלו. Cook today. את כל העודף, and the leftover, הניחו לכם במשמרת עד הבוקר. Please look at the Rashi, פסוק כ"ג. את אשר תופו אפו, מה שאתם רוצים לאפות בתנור, אפו היום. I like to have all with bread. הכל לשני ימים. ומה שאתם צריכים לבשל ממנו במים, whatever type of dish you would like to cook, cook today. Which means here is an open pasuk that tells us that the man had to be baked. The man had to be cooked. Let's open now Sefer Bamidbar Parashat Beshalach. Sefer Bamidbar Parashat Beshalach. Which פרק י"א פסוק ח'. פרק י"א פסוק ח'. במדבר י"א פסוק ח'.
פרק י"א פסוק ח'.
Any question on what Aved
Page 788.
by collecting the man on Shabbat, what Aved be? Any
There
question?
is a discussion on it too.
There is, whether it's gathering or carrying or.
They kept Shabbat before this, didn't they, Rabbi? Or is this the first concept we're seeing with them?
This is the
Having
first
formal
Friday. Let's say
Shabbat.
the man began on Sunday. This is the first Friday.
No, I mean in Mitzrayim. In Mitzrayim, they have.
Yeah, I don't think they worked on Shabbat.
I knew that they had some semblance of Shabbat, didn't they?
It says in the Midrash, the Gemara, Moshe Rabbeinu, while he was still the prince of Egypt,
Give them a day of rest.
told Paro, if you want your workers to
Yes.
work good, so they gave them Shabbat. Paro didn't realize, of course. But look a second, in Perashat Beshalach, when the Jewish people are complaining on the month.
788.
Look a second, 788, פסוק ה'. זכרנו את הדגה אשר נאכל במצרים חינם. We remember the fish that we ate for free. Can you imagine? You want Egypt. את הקישואים, the cucumbers, האבטיחים, הקציר. As always, the complainers always complain. ועתה, but now, נפשנו יבשה, we are dry. אין כל בלתי אלא מן עלינו. The only thing we have morning, evening, afternoon, man. The Torah says, והמן כזרע גד, ואינו כאין הבדולה. The man was very unique, very special. שתו העם ולקטו, listen good. וטחנו ברחיים, either you grind it, טחו במנוחה, you crush it, ובישלו, you cook it, ועשו אותו עוגות, and you bake it, והיה טעמו כטעם לשעת השמן. Please look at the Rashi. Says Rashi, as follows.
get a swim.
It says Rashi that everyone tasted in the man whatever you wanted. That's it, Rashi. Inside. And the Rashi is in this pasuk here. Look at Rashi pasuk chet. Says Rashi. Here, look at the Rashi. V'tachanu barechaim. You see the Rashi on the left column. Lo yarad barechaim v'lo b'agdera v'lo b'ducha. Rashi says in reality, you didn't grind it, you didn't cook it, you didn't fry it.
And do nothing?
listen. אלא משתנה היה טעמו לנדחנים ולנידוחים ולמקושרים. Which means, if you wanted the man to taste a certain type of bread. I ate shakshuka before, tasted like shakshuka. This is an open contradiction.
Yes. So what are they complaining about?
This is
The Jews.
because they are human beings. If you live among the Italians, you live exactly the same, and among blacks, Hispanic, Chinese. Human beings are always looking to the other side. No one is looking into the middle. But anyway, the open contradiction here, Rashi tells me there was something magical about the month. And here we have in Perashat Beshalach, Moshe tells them, bake it. So this is a question, believe it or not, Barishonim. The Baalei Tosafot are saying something very interesting here. So the question, I mean, in the halachic language now, Larry, why do you have to bake it, cook it? Basically, there is something magic about the man, that whatever you want, it becomes. Let me read you the language of the Rishonim here. There is a Perush called Moshav Zkanim al Torah. There was a fellow in England, Sasson, very, very successful banker. He had a hobby, he collected a lot of manuscripts. He published a Sefer Da'at Zkanim al Torah that he found in the British, in Cambridge. Here's what he says. So again, why is Moshe warning them, bake it before? I have to bake it. On Shabbat, I'm taking the cake. I like a 7-layer cake. Here, the man tastes like 7-layer. Why do you have to bake it before? Says the Da'at Zkanim v'yesh lomar, כיוון שלא היה מתהפך, אלא על פי דיבורו לתבשיל, חשיב תיקון. Here, tremendous חידוש. Cooking by us means I'm taking the ingredients, placing it in a pot, setting it on the fire. By them, since you had to say, I like a 7-layer, right? I like this ice cream, I like this dish, they're saying it is the cooking. Tremendous chidush.
Yeah.
Tremendous chidush.
Okay, but it says,
And
are they cooking it first and then leaving it for, they're saying it first and then leaving it for Shabbat? Is that going to be considered melacha?
This is
They
what-
said it on Shabbat.
this is exactly what he said. The question was, why is Moshe warning them to cook on Friday? The answer is, if you cook it on Shabbat, by saying it, this is the cook.
That's chidush, that by saying,
This is why we bring it.
saying is melacha.
So,
We never
It's
had
a
that.
tremendous chidush. Interestingly enough, here, look at this. The Rav Chida, listen to this. In Siman Shir Chavchet, this is the Siman of Pikuach Nefesh. Listen to Halacha in Shulchan Aruch. This is the Gemara. Shulchan Aruch says in Shir Chavchet, סעיף ממי, לוחשים על נחשים ועקרבים בשביל שלא יזיקו ואין בכך משום צידה. See a snake or a scorpion. Today it sounds to us like first, I have a book written by Evan Sapir. Evan Sapir was a Yemenite Jew. Traveled, he was trying to find the 10 tribes. He was the first one. He says he got to India. Says, I'm writing exactly what I saw today. Is the way right. I saw a man sitting with snakes, and he said certain things, and the snakes froze. Said something, he which means Shulchan Aruch says if you know this language, whatever, what the lachash is, listen carefully. A snake is approaching me, says the Shulchan Aruch, I'm permitted to say whatever I say and stop him. Says Mishnah Berurah, by saying whatever I'm saying, yes? People in the Far East still have it. He cannot, he's frozen. The snake is frozen, yes? Mikol makom mutar. The ein zeh seidat tivi. This is not the normal way of hunting. This is not. So all the acharonim are asking, the Rav Chida is asking, what are you telling me? It is, if I have man on Shabbat, raw material, I'm thinking about cinnamon Danish, become cinnamon Danish. This is a soup. Why is it a soup? This is not the normal way of making the cooking. It's a serious question. It's a very serious question.
It's not even cooking. It's not cooking.
What?
It's not normal way of doing
Yeah,
nothing.
but they say, Jordan, what you're asking is not wrong, but let me ask you, why are me and you looking at cooking as cooking? Because cooking by us is the normal way of preparing food. Right? If for 40 years, this is the way you prepare your food, perhaps,
It's cooking.
this is the cooking. Perhaps this is the cooking.
Why do you have to say it? Why do you have to verbalize?
Okay, so what Larry is asking, before I saw this Da'at Kenim, which is usually, I was raised and normally you think that whatever you think. I'm thinking about the cinnamon Danish, the man becomes, cinnamon Danish, gives me the taste, the aroma of cinnamon Danish.
But that can't be.
Correct.
Right.
It says here,
They have the same problem with tefillah.
perhaps the reason why they say you have to say it, because otherwise, what's assume? Well, I'm thinking. Whatever you think on Shabbat, you think.
Right, if we're thinking of cooking something on Shabbat now, we're not doing.
Okay, so
This is Rabbi Prague, this is a problem we always have. Whether you have to say anything with tefillah, it's whether you have to verbalize something.
באמת, it's a מחלוקת עם מסכת ברכות, הרהור כניגוד העונה. באמת, it comes out funny. What I'm saying doesn't count unless I'm really thinking about what I'm saying. But here, anyway, there's no time, but Sunday will continue on, not exactly on that, but listen to the Gemara. The Gemara says, and this, the Gemara says in page 75, and Sunday we'll take this Gemara to another area, but listen to the Gemara. The Gemara says like this. The Gemara says, the Gemara is asking a contradiction in two pasukim. One pasuk says, "Uberedet hatal ala machane, laila yarad aman alav." As the dew is descending on the camp, so it sounds that Eli found it on his third, and Jojo on his eighth. But then the other pasuk is v'yatsa avdalaktu. If the dew fell on your doorsteps, you're going to go out. Yatsa avdalaktu sounds that you go outside of the camp.
Right.
Says the Gemara, Ketzad tzadikim yarad lahem al petach batei. The righteous people didn't have to bother too much. Beinonim yatsu v'laktu. Reshaim, so the Gemara is saying basically, it's something very fundamental. Each one of us, guys, we are good people. Each one of us should have, and we do have, a very positive image in ourselves. The only way to know who we are is to ask other people, what do you think I am? Well, the man gave every man daily a report. Yesterday you found it on your doorsteps on your New York Times. 2 days later, outside, what happened? You had a fight with someone, you embarrassed someone, you cheated someone. So isn't beautiful. It comes out from the Gemara. This is what they say. miracle. Rashi tells us that the man changed by saying verbally is only for those righteous people. Regular people had to treat the man as flour
And what, cook it?
and to bake it and cook it. So when Moshe Rabbeinu is telling on Friday you have to cook it, you have to grind it with soil ba'alot chayes, this is for them. I'm making up the number. 50% of the people. If you have to walk outside the camp to collect it, you're not yet on this level. To collect, for you, man is flour. Cook it, bake it, grind it. For those righteous, Shubaya far more. And you see it in the Gemara. Bezrat Hashem, on Sunday we have a lot of, if you have time, Larry, look at this page 75, Yomah 75a, read the page. The page is a fascinating page. And Sunday we're going to spend more than an hour, much more, on the topic.
Is it possible that if the man fell on the doorstep of the tzaddik on Shabbat?
Nothing fell on Shabbat. Oh, you
Oh,
go,
no,
very
no.
nice. Oh, you what he
There would
said.
not be melacha. What's the, you know?
Yofi, so I read it once. For everyone, it came out on Friday as a